funny.
Poop on the trash can.
Or maybe he just
My
bought it
cousin
to...
did that.
Yeah, maybe he just...
What?
What?
To be every
Forward
character
or-
in every show, Tommy.
Tony Neal.
He likes
Jeez.
being the main character.
Okay, we're back.
Sorry.
Joe, what are we supposed to say at the beginning of the episode?
Happy birthday, Tony!
Oh, that too.
And what
Thank you.
else?
What Tony wants for his birthday is for you guys to like and subscribe.
Aww.
Are you like 80 now, Tony?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm an elder.
If Tommy's your favorite, then like and subscribe.
If Carrie's your favorite, also like and subscribe.
If Jill is your favorite, like and subscribe.
If you don't like any of us,
Like and subscribe.
All right, we are back to Deathnote episode
We
8.
are so funny.
In the last episode, the FBI agent's wife was walking off, or fiance was walking off to her death.
Suicide.
Is what it appeared.
I still hope that she's, so.
Nope, she's a goner. I'm betting. Anybody think she's dead or alive for the next episode?
I don't know.
I think she's dead, but I don't know.
Probably, but
They like to trick
You
us
know?
on these shows.
Yep. As I've said before, I don't believe anybody's dead until we know for sure.
Well, I think she's going to be dead because if she stays alive, he's admitted that he is Kira. And so
Yeah,
it'll
already
be
told her.
be no bueno
But
for
he could always
like,
do other things too. Like he could kidnap her and hold her hostage somewhere.
Nice.
Not hostage, but he
In
could,
his bedroom that his mother never
I don't know.
wonders what noises are going on in there.
But how is he going to know she's dead? For sure.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because her body isn't going to be found for a while, right? That's what was
That
in
was the
the...
hope. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. We could.
I think he's pretty
She
satisfied
could,
right now.
she
'cause
could
just-
disappear kind of on her own
Mm.
and like build the investigation to out him and.
Unless he really saw her walking up the stairs.
They were like,
Metaphorical stairs.
Yeah, they were-
like illuminated steps with a
and
hangman's rope waiting for her. Did he specify how
No.
she committed suicide?
He did not.
Just in a way that
Nobody would find her.
find her, hopefully.
Yeah.
somebody's gonna find you if you're hanging on the news.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Glare.
That was footage from surveillance cameras at the station. The death of one of the FBI agents is captured on here.
We know that Ray Penver got on the train, and then an hour and a half later he got off and died on the platform. But the Yamanote line only takes an hour to complete its circuit. And more importantly, there's the envelope.
What do you mean?
He's holding what looks like an envelope when he passes through the ticket gate.
You're right. It's there under his arm. But in the footage right before his death, it's gone. I can't believe you actually caught that.
You're amazing.
I don't see an envelope on this list of
Effects. Which means it was left on the train.
Wouldn't it be interesting if Kira was on that train?
That's impossible.
I admit I find it hard to believe as well. There's no reason
For Kira to come to the scene of his own crime when he can kill from a distance.
well, maybe he was counting on us to make that assumption.
And figured he could get away with such a bold move.
The ice cream.
Yummy. Green ice cream.
Did anybody notice
What's
the
going on with you, Light?
head detective
You
got
haven't
3
stopped
scoops?
writing
Everyone
Yeah,
has 2.
I did.
4 days straight. So what are you trying to prove?
I don't see the point in writing these names weeks in advance. I've never seen the Death Note used like this.
Consider it insurance. Suppose the son of the detective superintendent of the NPA was hospitalized. If criminals stopped dying at the same time, it wouldn't be difficult to connect the two. Are you sure that I can use any date as long as it's before
Genius,
the end of
that's
a person's
Carl.
predetermined lifespan?
Well, I can't guarantee it because we Shinigami don't normally work that way, but I suppose any time before the end of their lifespan should work.
I really can't count on you, can I?
You got that right.
Yes? Yes, would you please hold for a moment? Ryuzaki, it's Yukita of the NPA. He says he's on the phone with someone from the tip line who has information for us.
Right. Then give Yukita the number for line 5 and ask him to have the informant
Is
call
that
that
her?
line instead. It'll be safer that way. Yes, this is Suzuki, head of Kira's Investigation Public Information Division. Ray Pember's fiancée.
Oh.
She's alive.
I guess she must have come to Japan with her fiancé.
Oh, so it's not her on the phone.
Are you sure?
Well, apparently she's been missing since the day after her
The
fiancé.
way they were talking in the
I should
third
think
person.
anyone in her situation would be pretty depressed. Was it?
Suicide.
It appears she came to Japan with Penber. It's possible that she may have found a lead.
Why doesn't this boy have enough shoes and socks?
Managed to get her first.
He's intelligent, but he's
Everyone,
not
at this point I'd like to focus our investigation
typical.
on only those people who Ray Penber was tailing. In particular, he was assigned to 2 police officers and those closest to him.
Very well. Who are these 2 individuals he was investigating?
Deputy Director Kitamura, along with Detective Superintendent Yagami and their families.
Huh?
At this stage, I'd like to place wiretaps and surveillance cameras in both households.
Oh no.
I have to make sure there's no evidence left on this computer in case someone goes through it.
It seems like you're pretty skilled with your hands. I bet you're pretty popular with the girls, aren't you?
Skill has nothing to do with it. It's your looks that count. I'm guessing you're not that popular, are you?
Ouch.
Ryuzaki, what are the odds that Kira's in one of those households?
Maybe 10%. No, it's closer to 5%.
Seriously? I'm sorry, but it's not worth the risk.
No. Of all the people we've investigated so far, not one of them seemed even the least bit suspicious. Even if there's only a 1% chance, we simply can't afford to ignore it.
Chief?
I don't have to tell you how offended I am to learn my family is under suspicion. Having said that, just go ahead with it. And make sure you install them everywhere. I don't want any blind spots in the house, and that includes the bathroom.
As a courtesy to the chief and his family, only he and I will conduct surveillance of their home.
I mean, I admire him for going through the
See you later,
same
Light.
thing that he would
Yeah,
expect
see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
anybody else to do
too.
that was under suspicion.
Investigation.
What? No one's home yet.
Oh no, he's gonna catch him in there.
How's it
What's
going?
up with that
I
piece of
don't think
paper?
anyone else is in the house right now. Do you want to play some video games? Come on, it's been a while. You listening?
He already knows, so he's not talking.
Hey, Light.
But the piece of paper was still there.
Where exactly are we going? Light, don't ignore me when I'm talking to you. We're all getting mad.
It doesn't look like these clothes have been bugged. I think we're safe. Listen to me. There's a very strong possibility that there are wiretaps and maybe surveillance cameras hidden throughout my house.
Really? But that piece of paper was still in your door, wasn't it?
That's true, but I left the paper in the door in a way that it would be obvious to anyone entering the room. The real test is the handle.
It is?
When that door is closed, the door handle automatically returns to a horizontal position and it won't go any higher than that. But whenever I close the door, I adjust it slightly. Instead of letting it sit horizontally, I lower it by about 5 millimeters.
Paranoid much?
When I try to open the door, if the handle is all the way up, I can be fairly certain that someone was in my room.
Isn't his mother going to his
The alarm
room?
doesn't tell me if my door was actually opened. So I put a mechanical pencil head in place as well.
So what do you do with it?
It goes on the hinge. After I close the door, I take the pencil lead and rest it on the hinge in such a way that it will break if the door happens to be opened by anyone. Normally, I take it out myself when I get back home. When I got home from school today, I noticed that the pencil lead was broken.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that.
First the door handle, then the lead. I know someone was in there today.
Maybe it was your mother.
My
Right.
family wouldn't have noticed the piece of paper. What's suspicious is that someone took the time to put it back in the door. By the way, Ryuk, what about your apples?
Apples? That's
Oh, he
right,
can't do
surveillance cameras.
You told me that Shinigami can't die, so I guess it won't kill you to stop eating apples for a while.
Don't you think that's a bit much? Come on. Yes, but apples are to me what cigarettes and alcohol are to humans. Do you
I get you,
And
dude.
sweets.
I even get
Yeah, I was gonna say, not the cigarettes, but the...
Oh yeah? What kind of symptoms?
My body gets all twisted. I don't have a chance. It's not pretty.
I don't need to see that.
That's not pretty anyway.
Okay, here's the thing. Unfortunately, I already gave Elle the hint that Shinigami love apples, so I just can't afford to take the risk. If it's so important for you to eat apples, you'll have to find out where all the cameras are hidden. If you're lucky, you might find a blind spot.
He's like blackmailing him with apples.
Yeah.
Right?
But if he takes the cameras.
Yeah, a camera search.
If you're about to get busted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
What's happening? Oh.
Oh, that's why he locked his doors. Oh.
I have to find the cameras.
I can't believe my son is looking at those magazines.
It's normal for a 17-year-old, but it seems contrived.
For a second, I thought we were on the wrong show.
Yeah.
Because he had his magazine. That's what he wants us to think.
Hey, that's my son you're talking about. Are you honestly telling me that you suspect him?
I do suspect him. That's why I placed wiretaps and surveillance cameras in your house and the deputy director's house.
I found a camera in the air conditioner.
So they really put cameras in here. This must be Elle's idea, which means they've narrowed down their list of suspects. By now, they must have figured out that it was someone who Ray Pember was investigating, or they wouldn't have gone to all this trouble. Luckily, I prepared for this kind of situation.
Is there anything he hasn't thought of?
Light.
Well, Teddy, please contact the broadcasters and tell them to play our message.
Very well. Understood.
That's right.
Huh? What's this? ICPO? They're saying that in response to the Kyoto murders, Interpol has decided to dispatch a force of 1,500 investigators to Japan. The investigators were drawn from the law enforcement agencies of its member nations. 1,500 investigators? Whoa.
Chances are they've got cameras in the living room as well. Regardless of whether this news is real or not, it's obvious they're just trying to evoke reaction from me. No, this is the exact same trick you used last time. The ICPO sure is stupid.
Huh?
I mean, there's no point in making this announcement. If they're gonna send all these people here to investigate, shouldn't they keep it a secret?
Even the FBI agents who were secretly investigating were killed by Kira. Why would this be any different? If you ask me, this is nothing more than a desperate attempt to shock Kira in the hopes that he'll reveal himself somehow. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if Kira sees right through this.
Alright, it's time for me to hit the books.
There sure are.
Oh my
lots of cameras in
gosh.
this room.
Jeez.
164 in total. I guess whoever put them here expected you to at least find some of them.
Judging by the number of cameras he's planted, he's planning to make a decision within a short period of time. Any normal person would slip under these circumstances, but it won't be that easy with me, Elle. This is the closest you'll get.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Potato chips.
I assume he was going to make a lot of noise with the chips.
Oh, what's that?
The symptoms are starting.
I'm gonna show you, Elle, that with Ryuk's information and my preparations, I can continue to kill criminals whose names are broadcast on the news, while masquerading as a typical high school student studying for his entrance exams.
Wow.
Just watch me, Elle. I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left.
So they can't zoom in on what he's writing.
You'd think with one of those 64 cameras.
Yeah, they would be able to
Right.
see what he's writing.
They would have aimed one at his desk or computer.
Or at the
But-
right angle,
but
they
he
could see in
knows.
his
Just
chip
goes back
bag.
to studying without turning on the TV or his computer.
It's because the entrance exams are 5 days away.
A criminal who I should have no knowledge of will die of a heart attack in 40 seconds. And the witness to my alibi is Elle himself. Alright, just a little bit longer.
Ryuk was going through withdrawal from apples.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A few minutes ago, a bank clerk being questioned on suspicion of embezzlement and a purse snatcher being held in a detention center were broadcast on the news. They both just died of sudden, inexplicable heart attacks.
It's him again.
From just past 7:30 until now, 11 o'clock, your son's done nothing but study. Kira needs a name and a face. Without those, he can't kill. So I suppose anyone who didn't watch the news can't be Kira, right?
You said it yourself. That means my family has been cleared.
It doesn't make sense that Kira would kill two petty criminals right after their identities were broadcast. I know it's only the first day after the cameras were installed, but the Yagami household seems almost too innocent to me.
What a pain.
What are you talking about? You usually say there's no need to remind me, Mom.
Yeah.
Find the camera.
Another beautiful day.
Well, I can't say for sure whether you're extremely generous or just a spoiled brat. But didn't that mini LCD TV cost you $400?
Good morning.
Oh gosh, are we gonna fall out or something?
Did he
So
already?
he killed a
think of
trash guy because he crushed his TV.
it? Yeah. That's the end. I think he
Aw.
got it out in the middle of the night or something.
Yeah, but the cameras are still there in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Maybe he pretended to night walk and go poop on the trash can.
Poop on the trash can.
Yeah. And then just reached out and grabbed it and then got back into bed.
Funny.
Poop on the trash can.
Or maybe he just
My
bought it
cousin
to.
did that.
Yeah, maybe he just.
What? Whoa. I was just impressed with all this.
Don't
like,
throw your cousin under the bus, please.
She sleepwalked and went on the trash can like it was the toilet.
Shelly's gonna be the new favorite, Tony. She just topped any story you've ever told.
I'm just feeling like we do not have the intelligence level of Light or
We are not good
or
detectives.
L.
Okay,
Anyway,
I feel like these guys are like Elle and Light are playing a game of cat and mouse.
exactly.
So this has 37 episodes. We're on episode 9.
Let's just finish it
There's gonna be
tonight.
there's gonna be a lot of plot changes.
Yeah.
Big things.
Yeah.
I still think the fiance comes back at some point. But again,
She'll be the
I'm
one to
hoping.
solve the whole
I'm
thing.
hoping.
Yeah, because I guess we didn't actually see.
I think that's a good possibility also.
But that's how he wrote it to happen.
So do we think the fiance is gonna solve the whole thing, Elle, or his dad?
I think at some
I
point
think it'll be the
Dad's going
dad.
to realize
Yeah.
that he's part of it. The question is, what will Dad do about it?
Yeah, what will Dad do with the information?
Will he
with
protect
his
the world?
Son?
What would
or
you do?
would he protect his son?
What would Tony do?
Oh,
Depends
That's
on
what everybody
son.
wants to know. What
Which
was
son is it?
I'm
Yeah.
not even sure like that Elle isn't shady too though. So
Oh, I think he's definitely shady.
And so maybe
But-
he'll get Light to somehow like go in on a team with him because they're both like cut from the same
I don't
mold.
think Elle's shady.
You
I
don't?
think
I
Elle's
know.
gonna write Light in his Death Note.
I still don't think Elle has a death note.
Yeah.
No,
I think that he's gonna want Light.
but
to work with
I
him.
think that Elle is a stand-up guy.
Really?
Me too,
No.
Jill.
He
No,
had
he's-
he had a
he's
guy
on his
killed.
feet.
Yeah, he doesn't wear shoes and socks ever, and sits and squats all the time.
That's how Tony's
He
gonna
poops
sit
on
there.
trash cans.
What was he doing with his lip?
You lean forward a little bit more.
Yeah, you gotta lean forward
Take
more.
your socks off,
I
Tony.
can't. I'm too fat.
So first
I
he's a
just
Titan.
had-
Now you don't
He's
have to
gonna
be
fall
every
forward or
character
Tony
in every
Neal.
show, Tony.
Tony Neal.
He likes
Jeez.
being the main character. Did you always wear a Superman cape and a
He was
Spider-Man
one of those
outfit?
kids in the grocery store.
Underoos pants.
Okay, Shelly's saying it's over. Bye. Like, subscribe, Patreon.